This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/psychetruth.
Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a full back massage for the lovely Holly. Let's go ahead and get started. If you don't have time to watch this video right now, go ahead and save to your watch later and just watch whenever you get a chance. So we are doing a full back massage, and Holly was kind of complaining about some pain in her low back a little bit, so definitely going to include the low back. And I'll usually begin most of my back massages this way with a stretch for the spine, just creating space in between each vertebrae and tilting the pelvis in a way that's healthy for the low back. I like to spend a good 20 seconds here. I definitely am going to focus some on the glutes today. Definitely just a really strong connection between what's happening in the glutes and the whole back. Landing on that glute medius. Holly's not going to feel this that much, but I'm as much working the soft tissue as giving her an idea of, areas that I'm going to be working on. I don't want her to be surprised. And keeping my opposite hand on that upper trap. Again, this is more just kind of a heads up than really working on that muscle tissue that much. Something that I'll do if the pelvis is pretty tilted, I'll do something just to help loosen up the hips a little bit. And just some gentle rocking is really good for the hips. And it's also really good for the lymphatic system, the part of our body that clears out toxins. Massage in general is actually really good for the lymphatic system, but this in particular. And I'm also tracing this hip bone, feeling for how bony Holly's sacrum is, and getting a sense for what this connective tissue feels like around her hips. It feels really thick and sticky. I know I need to spend some time there. It's definitely not a good feeling in a massage if you're jumping kind of like back and forth between different areas. So you want to be pretty focused and planned out as much as possible so that things flow well and feel good to your client. And just landing on this glute medius and starting to work a little bit deeper here. I'm also just making sure that I don't hit any bony structures. I'm actually going to go ahead and use my elbow, and just because you're using your elbow doesn't mean that it's going to feel much different. It's all about the application. I actually find that it's easier to use my elbow here on the specific muscle than my fist. And I really like to include just this gentle rocking as a distraction technique. And I I feel like I actually get a better hold on that muscle tissue. That subtle movement. You want to shift gears, so to speak, pretty smoothly. You don't want to, don't want your client to be surprised by the amount of pressure that you're offering. It's really easy with massage to get kind of lost in the area that you're working on, and especially with a full back massage, you want to stay focused and keep the big picture in mind as you're working. I'm going to go ahead and do some compressive holds along the erector spinae, just working my way up the back. I really love using my forearm for this area along the spine. I'm just going to be doing this right side today. Definitely encourage you to do both sides for the person that you're working on. I might do a couple passes up the mid and upper back just so I can hit this lower trap a little bit better. This is honestly a really good place to do some deeper work, this drier work. I'm not going to slip off the muscle, but I don't want to overdo it because I haven't spent much time here yet. I'm just gradually offering a little bit more pressure here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my oil. And I like to think of applying the oil as part of the massage. So just opportunity to do some really nice effleurage. Always with a full back massage, I like to focus on those lats a little bit more. That's a muscle group that I tend to ignore sometimes when I'm doing massages. It's a really fun muscle to get to work on because it is a superficial muscle and it's so big that you can really like find your flow working on that muscle. Using techniques that I feel, confident in and that I know I can work on different muscle groups with. And I'm going to take a little time here and work on this connective tissue around the hips. Hopefully stretch some of this out. And on my way back up, I'm gonna grab hold of those lats and give them some TLC. And I'm just gonna make sure that I have plenty of oil on my forearms. I try not to take my hands off of my client much after I get my oil. And just continuing my work in these lats and the erector spinae at the same time, and this connective tissue as I get a little bit lower. I know when I first started to work with my forearms a little bit more, I felt kind of not that graceful. It does definitely take some practice and time for it to feel more natural. And just getting a little bit deeper into this connective tissue around the hips. Being careful not to hit any bony structures when really slow. On a smaller framed person, you have to be a little more careful. And just trying to make as smooth of transitions as possible. So starting to focus more on this erector spinae and stretching these three muscles out a little bit, creating more space in between each one. And working my way back up the back. Getting a little bit deeper here. And focusing on this trap muscle, ending my deeper work here. I definitely want to focus on working on the connective tissue around the spine, just because of what Holly was kind of mentioning before we started her massage. It's one of my favorite ways to end back massage. This area that I'm working on right now is the highest area of tension in the body. You're going to find a lot of trigger points in there in most people. And just making nice. We're working a little deeper. And I'm going to end with just working on this connective tissue around the spine. One of my favorite ways to do that is just by stacking my hands, stretching all of this out. This is really good to do without oil as well, you're going to be maybe a little more effective, but this still really helps. There are a lot of nerve endings in the low back, especially as you get close to the tailbone. And I like to just stimulate these nerves in a gentle but firm kind of way. Just walking my way down and pressing on each side of the spine. You can do one long sweep up the back if you'd like, or you can kind of do little strokes. It's really up to you. And no matter what, I'll usually end with 1 or 2 effleurage strokes. And that is all for today. Thank you for joining me today. I enjoyed spending this time with you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.